I'm a piece of dinosaur poop.
I am the Senate. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
And we're the Idiot Savants. And you're listening to Crazy Train of Thought on the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts. I'm like a casual, filthy fucking casual Call of Duty fan here.
I lit my brother on fire and committed arson.
You're just giving us the bull, but we know behind it's the shit.
What? I'm gonna cut that out. Jesus Christ.
Time to gamble.
Ew, I hate it. Yuck.
Alright. Gotta bang your chest. Get them rookie numbers up. We're going off the rails on a crazy train of thought.
Check a look.
Welcome, everybody, to Crazy Train of Thought, brought to you by the Idiot Savants. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am your host, Ryan Wolf, and we are live from Savant Studios. Joining me today, I have
Philbo Swaggins, straight from Boardshire.
the Quarrenshire?
The Quarrenshire, yeah. I'm not going on an adventure.
No, you sure aren't. But if Bilbo had the coronavirus, he would die. He was old.
Well, not when he went on his adventure. He was only 50 in Hobbit years, which is like 30 in our time, maybe 25.
Yeah.
I'm going on an adventure.
I don't know.
And then they all died.
Is that because he smoked his pipe? Is that why he's coughing?
No, it's the corona.
Oh, right. Okay, next I have...
He's back. He's ready for action. It's Colin Giffy. Let's go!
All right.
Back on the pod.
Back on the pod. Colin Giffy joins
really
us
loud.
today. Thank you for being here, Colin.
That was a good
being
intro.
Here.
I like that.
I am here.
I'm glad
Ready.
you're here. It's been
Ready for action.
It's been like a week.
It's been like a week since I've been here, dude.
Since
Exactly
we saw
a week.
each other
Felt
last.
like a year.
It's a long time. I want to get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers, man. You got to start bringing those.
Rookie numbers, yeah. Matthew McConaughey.
Okay, I don't get that. I don't know what you're
So,
talking
Wolf
about.
of Wall Street.
Okay,
He does that in the movie, what Colin's doing right now.
sounds good.
The great thing is, that's not even like script. He literally was doing that on set, and they're like, can you add that to your character? And he's like, sure.
I went to a college football game, and they had it on the Jumbotron of that scene from the movie, and everybody started doing it. So it was actually pretty epic.
Wow.
Alright. Gotta bang your chest. Get them rookie numbers up, Murph.
Oh, God.
Murph. Gotta do it, Murph.
Gotta find Murph.
You gotta find yourself in the stars, Murph. Murph.
Both of those are actually pretty good. That's like young Matthew McConaughey, and that's like Lincoln commercial Matthew McConaughey.
See, I didn't always drive
myself a Lincoln, but it's nice cars.
Looks like I'm rolling a booger.
Rolling a joint, it's nice cars.
Rolling a burger and flipping
You gotta get yourself a Lincoln there, Murph.
Murph, I'm coming back from space.
Who's
I'm gonna
Murph?
see.
That's
Murph
his
is
daughter in
in
Interstellar.
yeah.
Oh my God! We are going so deep on Matthew McConaughey right now. The fuck?
He's back. He's ready.
Matthew McConaughey. Gotta
All right,
get them
all right,
corn
guys.
there, Murph. Drive yourself a Lincoln.
Murph, I'm back on the pod.
I will say, if you want to see him in a good movie, watch Mud.
Okay,
That is a good movie.
noted. I watched the Big Show on Netflix.
Okay.
That's all right.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know the Big Show?
No.
Professional wrestler Big Show?
No.
Neither of you?
No. I actually have something else that I just remembered. It's not gaming, but
What? Where are we going right now?
no. We're talking about movies for a
Most of
moment.
this out, but go ahead. Go ahead, Phil.
Over the weekend, I was going to Redbox because it's right there. You get a thing, you go away, and you're good. You read a movie.
Yeah, but you have to touch things that people already touched, so you're dead.
Disinfectant.
Did you wipe it down before you touched it?
Yeah. Not that hard.
But was somebody standing there within 3
No.
hours of you approaching the red box? Did you scout it out and say, okay, nobody has touched this for 3 hours?
I also washed my hands
It
when
is
I got
now
home.
non-contaminated and safe for me to rent a movie.
Okay, I just rented the movies through a magic thing.
All right.
So, yeah.
Isn't there a way to do it like digitally where you go and scan the movie or something, add a red box?
I have no idea.
And then you get it digitally. I think I saw that because I pulled up to a red box the other day. I was at a Dollar General, but well, I'm just explaining, Phil.
For the listeners.
You don't even know.
For the listeners, I do know because I pulled up and it said, "Hey, scan this movie if you want to on the Redbox app. You get to stream it digitally or something like that." Yeah, I was like, I don't know why you have to go to the Redbox.
Right.
I guess they kind of have to force you to because
Right, you still have to go have the interaction with the physical Redbox location.
Otherwise, it just don't matter. It's just another streaming service.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. You drive a place, and then you scan a code,
Can I do
and
that
then
with
you
video
drive
games?
home.
Can I do that with video games?
No, they don't do
You
video
used
games
to, but
anymore.
no.
They don't?
No, we talked
They
about
weren't making
that.
any money from it. I think that was the thing that most people were stealing.
I mean,
Yeah, when Call of Duty came out, everyone was like, "Got the Redbox stream, Call of Duty."
But anyway, so we rented first Peanut Butter Falcon, which is a movie with Shia LaBeouf, and then an actor. Yeah, he's amazing in it. But it has the chick from 50 Shades of Grey, which is Dakota Johnson.
okay.
And then it was written for this guy who has Down syndrome and like he's wanting to be an actor. So the movie itself, absolutely incredible. Amy and I loved it. I would say everybody watch it at least once. It's really good.
Wow.
And it just, I was very impressed. Like I heard it, I wanted to see it when it was coming out. And I don't know if it was limited release, so I wasn't able to see it. But I didn't get a chance to. Rented it, loved it. I probably won't watch it again because it's one of those movies where it's really good, but it served its purpose. Then after that, I rented Jojo Rabbit, which was Taika's Hitler movie.
Yeah, that I wanted
And
to see for sure.
holy shit, that was also absolutely fantastic. And it definitely seems like they were just having a blast the whole movie, and has one of the best F-word uses in a PG-13 movie.
Okay.
It was... we were both like, yes, that's how you use it. It was great.
Wait, Jojo Rabbit's PG-13?
It is.
What?
It is. And it has one of the best uses of an F word in a PG-13 movie. It was so
I feel like
good.
it shouldn't be PG-13. That's the thing.
Because it's about Hitler?
Yeah.
Is that why?
Honestly,
And it's
like,
his best friend? Yeah.
well,
Great.
again, watch. It's not, it's,
Well, yeah, I know.
it's-
I get how it is, but you can't explain that to listeners. Spoil a movie, you know?
that's not a spoiler in the
it's-
movie. It's literally in the trailer.
So
that
some people don't watch the
Hitler-
trailers because this
Yeah,
spoils the
they want to
movie.
go in fresh.
Okay. The basic premise is this kid is a Nazi and Hitler is his imaginary friend. That's it.
I'm spoiled.
That's literally it.
I thought he was real.
Not
I thought it was
spoilers,
actually
it's in the
Hitler.
trailers. No.
Dang.
I mean, Hitler exists in the movie because it's literally during that time period. So,
Oh, so it's a period piece.
No, Hitler's
Yes.
still alive, though.
Yeah.
shut up.
He didn't die
There's
in that
proof.
bunker.
There's proof.
There's not proof that he didn't die.
There's not proof that he did die in the bunker. That's the issue.
That either.
Anyway,
We'll cover that next on Crazy Train of Conspiracy Volume 3.
Taika Waititi is actually Adolf Hitler. He found a way to immortality.
hey, Taika, come on our show and prove to us you're not Hitler.
Yeah, that's
the only way.
what it's going to take.
Mein Papa ist mein Führer! Okay, you're cutting that. We're cutting that.
No, that's going to be your little intro clip.
Yep.
Okay, the first phrase I said wasn't German. The second part I said was "My father is my leader." So that's all the German I know.
For translating. Why would you? It's not. It's fine.
It's not important. I needed something to scream while raging on Xbox. Okay.
Oh, okay. And
Wow.
pretending to be a little German rager boy.
You were pretending to be a Nazi?
I don't pretend to be a German.
I don't pretend to be a Nazi. I am one.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
cut
no,
that.
Colin's not a Nazi. That
Definitely not.
So over the weekend, I got to play a bunch of video games.
Video games.
Video games.
Video games.
I played Modern Warfare Warzone Plunder mode.
Whoa.
I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone Plunder mode.
That's a mouthful.
That's not that bad to say
Plunder
over
mode.
and over again. So
Plunder mode is a mouthful.
COD MW WZ PLD. Plunder
Can
mode.
you not try doing that ever again?
PLD.
Thank you.
Fine.
Fine.
So
You're
have
not
you,
making it
have
any
you played
less of-
Plunder mode, Colin?
I haven't even played Warzone yet. Every time I have time to play, I've been on Pavlov because we got this new team member that's like, hey, you gotta practice like every day.
Are you that guy?
No,
Well,
he's the
we'll get a-
co-captain. We got
we'll
a new
get a
co-captain. We'll get into that
Pavlov
later.
Oh,
update
you have
in
a
a little bit
co-captain? Ooh.
So we'll get
Somebody else who can die all the time?
Shh, go ahead. Ryan.
damn. So yeah, I played a bunch of Warzone over the weekend. My cousin wanted to play Friday night, and I didn't have to work Saturday, so fired that up. He sent me an invite, and we were chatting on the headset. But they took away duos. They had duos in for a little while, and now there's no duos.
No duos in Modern Warfare?
Right.
All the reason for me not to get on again.
So I'm pretty sure there's singles, trios, and quads. So we did the plunder mode, and we did then regular battle royale, and then whatever the fuck the third one is that's kind of like a mix.
Plunder, matey.
And I think it's plunder matey mode. And
Captain Jack
I-
Sparrow there?
don't like
Can you
battle
plunder
royale
me?
games.
There's every.
Like, this is probably the best battle royale game that they have
So is
ever
it like-
made.
Just play like regular first-person Call of Duty, but it's like 100 people?
Yeah, 150 people is the lobby size for
Jeez.
Battle Royale. However that works out with the math, I don't know. But the couple modes that we played was 150.
And is it
And-
4 people on a team?
Well, yeah. So like I said, you can do single player, trios, or quads. So depends on which mode you choose, which squad size you choose. And
Jeez.
then...
I would not want to be singles on 150 people.
Well, it's just like singles mean like it's you and other people that are playing by themselves.
I know,
Right.
but
So
still,
it's not that bad.
Still,
That's
150
what Fortnite
people.
is, but it's 100 people.
They have teams in Fortnite.
Yeah, but like you can do single mode in
I know.
Fortnite
I'm
where
just
you play
saying.
as
I
that.
don't want. I wouldn't want to do that. That's
Okay.
too many people.
It's a lot of people, but it's also a huge map.
It
So it
is.
doesn't really matter that there's that many people because it still feels like you can be confined to your own area in the Battle Royale mode. Like the airport, if you just want to hang out at the airport, you could spend the whole match in the airport and maybe you'll see some people, maybe you won't.
So is it kind of like how Blackout was, where it has like all the Modern Warfare maps, just like mini, and then it scattered all throughout the map, like the airport? Is that like
I
the Modern
don't-
Warfare 2 airport map?
I
Or is
don't
it-
know the maps well enough to say whether or not that's the case. I'm sure a Call of Duty lorist would be able to tell you that.
Or just
but
a Call
that
of
ain't
Duty
me.
player.
I'm like a casual, filthy fucking casual Call of Duty fan here. So I'm not sure if that is the case or not. Sorry.
That's sad.
If I did get back into Call of Duty, I probably would do the Battle Royale because it's kind of different.
Well, you should play it just because it's free. Like I asked Brandon, my cousin and I, like we were playing. I was like, "So did you buy the real game or did you just cheap out and play the free mode?" He's like, "Well, I'm just playing the free mode right now." And
Watch him-
Too
watch
caught
him
up
actually
into
put a
it.
price
I have
on it,
so
though.
many
Right.
other things to play.
so in the Battle Royale mode, like I said, I still don't like it. Like you still have to collect gear, you still have to collect armor, but plunder mode is a lot more fun. They've done some changes to the system to make it a little bit more palatable for somebody that doesn't want to just die and stay dead. So in the regular Battle Royale mode, you have the option of, like we talked about on the podcast before, of redeeming yourself once you die, or your team can bring you back too.
Yeah, and because you do like the 1v1 thing.
You can do the 1v1 thing. Yep.
Gulag showers.
If you win that, then you are back in. If you lose, then you just stay out. So I lost every one of those that I did.
Nice going, Ryan.
Yeah, because I'm a really good player. And then, but the plunder mode is unlimited spawns, and you just have a spawn timer once you die. It's like 15 seconds, and then you're back in. And you just dive back in from the sky, and you spawn.
And then it's just about score.
Yes. So the way plunder mode works is you just collect cash. So you can go all around the map and collect cash, and there are loot crates that you have to go up to and collect the cash
called
out
plunder
of.
mode.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if you carry the cash with you as you collect it. So other players that are on the other team can't see how much loot you're carrying, but if you're the number one loot carrier, you will get highlighted on the map every once in a while.
The king of the hill.
So people can come kill you and steal your loot. So
And when they kill you, do you lose everything?
you lose. Well, in that mode, you can spawn with your loadout. So you don't have to go collect guns necessarily unless you want better guns than what you can do in your loadout. And even in the regular Battle Royale mode, you have the option of getting a custom loadout that you've selected. So it's really cool. Like,
that's cool.
If you want to play with a scoped LMG, but it's hard to find one of those on the map, spawn a custom loadout, and then you can have your custom loadout.
I'd have to go in with a Pharaoh again.
So I don't know what that is.
It's a 4-shot SMG.
Okay.
It's probably not in that game.
Yeah, I don't know. They probably have something similar, though. I don't know.
As long as they have something similar, which it's been in, it was in all of the
It's
Black
in
Ops, and I think
yeah,
it was
it's not in any of the.
Well, I would imagine they'd have something
Infinity
similar.
Ward games.
I don't know that I ever play with SMG, so it may even be in there. I just don't like. That's
It's not
not
an
my
SMG
gun.
running gun type of game either. Like Black Ops, like 4 and 3 were like the running gun, like arcade style. Modern Warfare is way more conservative gameplay style, which you're not running and gunning with SMGs. Usually, I don't know if you can. I don't know if there's an option. There should be an option to dual wield SMGs, but I don't really see it often because it's not.
Yeah,
I mean,
not
I
sure.
just did it because I could
Useful.
set it up to where if I hit someone with the 4 bullets, it would kill them, and I was pretty good with that. So I didn't run and gun. I just pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, if you play hardcore, you can do that. With
Yeah,
any gun.
hardcore is my
I
favorite.
use a,
mode.
I use a semi-auto like foul, and it's poop dead, poop
Right.
dead. Like
Yeah, but then you got to hit them, which is my problem. You actually have to land a shot.
and then you get they spray it, dude. Just spray it and like just vertically or horizontally. I mean,
Right.
you're good.
I mean, I can do that with an LMG, not with the FAL. I can't fire fast
You
enough.
need fire rate. It's not about like fire power, which an LMG is. Fire
Right.
rate is what you need.
Yes.
Which is the SMG.
Yes, I need to fire more bullets.
SMG.
More bullets.
You need to fire quicker, not more bullets.
So anyways, Plunder mode is a fuck ton of fun. The two guys that we were playing with, Brandon and I were lobbied up, but then we just dumped ourselves into a quads pool and played with randoms, and we managed to get two guys who had just individually smoked blunts, so that was good. So we're playing with two guys that are high as a kite, so that was actually pretty funny for the most part. But they were really good teammates. Normally we didn't get better teammates than that first team that we spawned with. Mm-hmm. And those guys were like, okay, let's all go here. I'm going to mark it on the map. Follow me. Like, okay, now let's do this challenge and get this set of loot. And okay, let's all, once you die, go ahead and spawn over here. And then we'll search these buildings and stuff like that. So that was really nice. And we placed 4th or 6th out of the teams that were in that mode. So that was really cool. Like, Plunder is a lot of fun. Plus, if you die, you just come back. So it's not even a big deal if you die. It doesn't matter. It doesn't reduce your score. You do lose a little bit of money, but at any given time, you're carrying like thousands and thousands of dollars, and the death penalty is like $3,000. So it's not a big deal if you have 60 grand and you lost 3. I was never the top carrier, obviously. When we finished that match, I think Brandon had opened 42 crates and I did 3. So kudos, Brandon. Excellent work.
43 crates, man.
My teammates had a bunch of kills, and that's what I thought was the most fun. Like I mentioned the airport, because that's where we spawned most of the time, because there was a bunch of people just like at the airport fighting for whatever reason. Like, that's not even the point of the game, but it's just fun to shoot people. Mm-hmm. So we'd spawn at the airport, and my teammate would sit on top of the tower near the airport and snipe. And so Plunder mode, and I think the regular Battle Royale mode might say this too, but it tells you when somebody's like trying to dive bomb you. Like, they've spawned in and they're diving at you. It's like, enemies coming in from the top. And
so you
so
can shoot 'em out of
now
the
you
sky.
look at the sky and pick them out of the air as they're falling towards you.
It's like Like when Modern Warfare first started, like there'd be footsteps, like you wouldn't even hear them, or they would be so far away, and they'd immediately tell you where the enemy's at.
Yeah.
Enemy in the crate! I'm like, dude, I didn't even, like, how? Like, why is my guy talking? Shut up.
Right. I didn't know he was
Maybe
there.
I'd be able to hear his footsteps. You weren't freaking talking.
Fucking just screaming at the top of your lungs.
Gosh, dude.
We got the night vision goggles on and everything, and you're just screaming. Yeah, they don't see you, but they can hear
guys,
you.
just be really quiet. Enemy in the crate!
So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I would love to get a few of the guys together on the podcast and maybe do some quads for Plunder mode. Because I thought that was super cool. Like, Plunder mode is maybe the only battle royale mode that I've ever liked.
Get a little LAN party going on here.
We could do that.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm down.
For sure.
There's crossplay in it, right?
We played crossplay.
Yeah. I can bring my PC.
There you go.
My PC.
For sure.
Oh, gosh. Bring PS4 and then die.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Well, because against PC, he's got the mouse. That's not good.
We're not playing against each other. We're playing with each other.
You got me on your team, dude.
It's a co-op
I
thing.
look, they do not have the
competitive.
gun I want, which stinks, so I don't know how well I do.
I mean, there are other guns that shoot
guns,
bullets.
I'm
I know,
sure,
but
just like it.
I never did better in Call of Duty until I got my Pharaoh setup. I would wreck like hell. So, I don't know.
Guys, I have a confession to make.
Yeah, what's
What?
that?
So, since I was playing Call of Duty, I might have bought the Battle Pass.
Dude,
Ryan.
no.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No.
I'm so sorry.
You are a filthy fucking casual.
Send me my money back, Ryan. So I can buy the battle pass.
Okay,
Make me
here's
feel
what
less
happened.
alone.
For some reason, I had 30,
Don't make excuses.
I had
Don't make excuses.
3,400 Call of Duty points. I don't even know where they came from. I didn't buy them. They were just
Handed to
on
you from
my
the
account.
gods.
The gods, Call of Duty gods. Bobby Kotick reached down from the sky and he said, "Ryan, here's the Call of Duty points to buy Season 3 of the Battle Pass."
You filthy fucking casual.
Yeah,
Take them.
that's what he probably said. But like smaller than I could read in the text that he sent me. So I bought the Battle Pass for 2,400 points. And then with my remaining 1,000, I bought a badass skin pack.
Yeah?
Yep. A guy named Talon.
Congratulations.
And he has a wolf named Indiana. I don't know how you use the wolf. I don't know if it's in the
It's
game.
like how,
It's-
was it George Lucas or Steven Spielberg had a dog named Indiana? That's how they made Indiana Jones.
It was Steven Spielberg. But I'm not
He
sure.
made Indiana Jones, so that makes sense.
I don't know if it was Spielberg or not, though.
It was either Spielberg or Lucas. You are correct there.
We named the dog Indiana.
Who had dog named Indy Jones?
It's okay if you punch a woman as long as you're Sean Connery. If
do-
a woman steps out of line, you slap her in the fish.
Are these quotes directly from
Kind
the
of.
third?
I mean, he had an
Indiana
interview
Jones
where
movie?
he's like, if a woman steps out of line, it's okay to slap her.
Damn. Yeah, but he's a knight, right? He's Sir Sean
Yeah,
Connery.
it was George Lucas' dog.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's a sir or not. I'd have to look it up.
So Plunder mode is super fun. I didn't play too much more multiplayer, but the next day I played some more Warzone with my other cousin and his stepson. And his stepson's like 13 probably, and he just fucking wrecked me. God damn it. These fucking kids and their battle royale games.
I mean, what else do
like-
they have to do? Their moms are like, you get famous and you'll make millions too.
Like, for real, he's like directing me where to go because I am not familiar with the maps at all. He's like, okay, let's go here. Okay, let's go here. We got to do this. All right, let's do this. And we were playing trios, so we had another person, we were playing quads, but we were only a team of 3. So there was another person that joined our team and like a 12-year-old girl that joined our team. So it's me and Nick. Nick is my other cousin. He's 33. And it's his stepson who's 13, and then a 12-year-old girl that we are playing with. And so the girl was like, so I guess it's just 3 guys and a girl, huh? And Trey, Nick's son, was like, no, I think it's 4 guys. Unless you're a girl. What? And then the girl was like, yeah, I'm a girl.
That's funny.
Fucking A.
Yeah, I'm a girl.
I'm a girl. And then she was like, how old are you guys? And Nick was like, too old. Yeah, that's the appropriate response.
Yeah, good job.
Good job, Nick.
Good
I'm
job,
not
Nick.
going to answer that fucking question.
I'm 36. I'm going to slap you in the face.
So, yeah, that was fun again, but we didn't do plunder mode the next day when I played with my other cousin, unfortunately.
Plunder?
Yeah, we played probably 3 matches, and then Trey and Nick had to leave, so I just quit playing. I didn't play any more Call of Duty on Saturday, but that was fun. Call of Duty continues to be pretty fun.
The blast.
Even though I'm not necessarily a huge fan, they've done some very smart things in that game to keep people into it. I felt like Black Ops 4 and 3 and Advanced Warfare and pretty much all the other Call of Duties got stale.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, this is more Call of Duty, but they keep introducing maps, and the maps are free, so that's nice.
Another half a year, another Call of Duty is going to be coming out.
Yeah, did we talk about that?
Did we?
I wasn't sure if we did, because I'm not ready for another Call of Duty.
No,
I don't want
get that.
Call of Duty 2020.
Yeah.
We just got Battle Royale. Like, technically,
It's a new game.
Warzone will be in line for Game of the Year. Like,
Yeah.
potentially. But then we have 2 Call of Duty games?
I can't remember who's making the next one. I can't remember if it's Infinity Ward made this one, so I don't know if it's Treyarch
It
or
would be
if it's the other one.
Treyarch, because it was Black Ops 4 and then...
Well, yeah, there's 3, isn't there? Unless the other one backed out. Sledgehammer backed out?
Well, they took Sledgehammer off their game to help with Modern Warfare.
Oh.
So when you look at it's Beanox, Raven, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, and then one other studio,
Okay.
High Noon, I think, were the fucking 17 studios that worked on Call of Duty. It was like all of them except Treyarch. And I think it's going to be Treyarch's games next, but I don't want it in 2020.
Ops.
I don't want Black Ops 5. Fuck that.
There's not going to be Black Ops 5. I don't think they would.
Why not?
You can't go back to that again.
Like I already said, like this new Call of Duty, well, it's not new technically, but like Modern Warfare, like remade the way Call of Duty's played. Like they revamped it. Like it's now a different game. It's more like a Battlefield type game,
right?
Which I don't think Treyarch's going to want to go back to that either. I don't think they're going to want to keep doing the same thing they were doing, which is the arcade shoot 'em ups.
Do Black Ops 5 Warzone.
No, they already had a Warzone in the Black Ops 4 Blackout,
where it was like
it was Blackout. Yeah, it was 100 people just diving in. Same thing. It was just more fast paced. I played it. It was okay.
Yeah,
I was a big fan
Blackout was fine. So now it's just so weird that the way they have those studios set up, like. Now we have 2 different Battle Royale modes based in Call of Duty games, each of which are getting their own individual updates. Like, I don't know.
It's pretty wild.
It's fucking stupid. Just make Call of Duty the game, and then release expansions. Like, make it World of Warcraft.
Want money.
Make Call of Duty World of Warcraft, and you'll have expansions every year.
Campaigns and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, that's
campaigns
fine.
are nice.
I like campaigns.
You know how big of a game it would be if you kept adding those?
The problem with that is that takes effort.
Gigs.
That takes effort. It doesn't just print money, Ryan. That takes effort. They have to make sure they give you the smallest amount of value possible so that it just prints money and they just wipe their asses with $100 bills and then give it back to you and say, hey, here's a deal. Shit on a $100 bill.
Hey, Modern Warfare's pretty
Welcome
good.
to Call of Duty.
Modern Warfare's all right, man. I don't know. I feel like I got my money's worth.
Yeah, I feel like I did too.
I paid $60. I feel like I got plenty out of my $60. I didn't buy any sort of limited edition for this one. I was just like, okay, $60. That's
buy
what
the
I'm
battle
paying.
pass.
Yeah, but for free. I don't know where those points came from. Real talk. I didn't buy them.
Sure. We don't believe you.
But you think Call of Duty 2020... I mean, there's already been rumors about it and what it's going to be, but I just hope that it gets pushed, especially with everything that's going around now.
It could get pushed.
I don't want it in 2020. I'm not ready for it. And I don't think I'll be ready by the fall. The only problem with that, though,
is if it does get pushed, say to, like, Christmas, for example.
Okay.
Does that mean the next one's going to come out in November as per usual, or is that going to be pushed back, too? Like, are they going to change the release dates of all the upcoming ones then? Because it's yearly release.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I would think that if they pushed it because of the coronavirus situation, then that would be the only one that gets pushed. But if you look at it in terms of like what Marvel did, which was push back all of their movies because you have to watch them in sequential order. Maybe we could see a more permanent or long-term, rather, not permanent, a long-term delay in terms of game sequels that get yearly releases like Pokemon, like Call of Duty. I mean, there's not too many left, but I would think that it would be attainable for them to do a game like, or I guess it'd be more akin to like Master Chief Collection than it would be to World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
The Master Chief Collection is not that big of a game. It's somewhere around 80 to 100 gigs.
Yeah, but you lose content with all those games being put into one. It has all the campaigns, yes, but like all the different modes and stuff. It's not the full game for each one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have all the same game modes, same maps and stuff like that. Like I remember they didn't have SWAT for the longest time, which was my favorite game mode.
Right.
And that was a big issue for me. I started playing. I'm like, where the hell is SWAT? This is the only game I want to forget. So I had to boot up Halo 4 and start playing SWAT, you know?
But wouldn't it be nice to just log into the Call of Duty game? Oh, hey, look, they put out a new campaign for Call of Duty. This is campaign 2020. I'll go ahead and buy... I guess that's maybe poor wording.
Campaign 20.
It's Bernie Sanders just on a fucking... He's got his Vermont guns. I don't know how big those are. But he's just rifling people down, all the Trump supporters.
Oh, my God.
That's Call of Duty campaign 2020.
So dumb.
Isn't that what happened with Far Cry 5?
Yeah, it's actually basically that. But this isn't Call of Duty, so it's different.
No, it's not.
Okay.
But wouldn't that be like...
I don't know. I see it both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like some people only want to buy Treyarch. Some people only want to buy Infinity Ward. Like there's those people.
And
I've always been personally, I've always been more of a Treyarch fan.
Me too.
Yeah, but for campaign, Infinity Ward, but like multiplayer, overall gameplay, it's always been Treyarch for me. But like I said, Infinity Ward with this game, like
they fucking killed it.
They blew it out of the water.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fuck Modern Warfare is so good. I've also been playing Gears Pop.
Wow.
What?
It's not good. Gears Pop is not good.
What the fuck is Gears Pop?
So Gears Pop is a mobile game based in the Gears of War universe.
You've said enough.
So it's a real-time like battler game where you send out enemy troops. It's a little bit RTS-y, but like super simplified. And
like an RTS, but bad.
Like it's fun. It's fun. Like matches are maybe 2 to 3 minutes long. Like when I was cooking burgers on the grill on Saturday night, I was like, I got some time. Well, just play a couple games of Gears Pop real quick. So for that, it is kind of nice. And I did not spend any money.
Good.
So good there so far. I've learned a lesson. But it is sometimes non-functional. Like, it just fucking freezes up. Not during any battle modes. When you're in the fucking menu screen.
Could be your phone.
You have to swipe right to change modes.
Could be your phone.
It could be my phone, absolutely.
Outdated phone.
But, like, you'd think it'd run better than that, right? Like...
It's Gears Pop. Yeah, it probably would.
Maybe not.
I
don't know.
Even Gears Pop. That sounds stupid to me.
So it's Gears of War, except it's done in like the pop figurines, the little bobblehead plastic
that's
things.
What I thought.
So it's basically that. And like I said, it's kind of a strategy game, but you have like timers and cooldowns for the enemies that you can put out. And you can put out stronger enemies at a time if you wait longer on the timer.
Yeah.
Because you gain like points as you wait, I guess. So like a meter that fills up, and if you have 8 points on the meter, you can put out an enemy worth 8 points. Or put out a character worth 8 points. So that's kind of cool. All of that is all right when it works. But I have found that there are not many other people playing at the exact times that I am playing.
I don't know why there would be. Right.
So most of the time I don't get matched with real people. I get matched with the computer. So like obviously General Rom is not a real person, and that is the computer. Right. Yeah. Master Chief, Marcus Phoenix. So I am not sure if this game's really that popular. It doesn't have stellar reviews on Android Play or whatever the fucking store is called. And like I said, sometimes it is legit non-functional. So I don't know if I'm going to be sticking with this one so well. But it's not bad. I would say it's a decent way to waste a few minutes. And it is also...
So it's a toilet game.
It's a toilet game.
Got it.
And it has achievements. So I've mined quite a few of the achievements so far. I'm pretty sure it's 1,000 points.
What achievements is it like through those? Is it through the App Store? Do you get like Microsoft appointment?
No, it's through like you log in with your Xbox account.
Okay.
And you get Xbox achievements for playing Gears Pop.
So I can look on see all your Gears Pop achievements when I log on to Xbox. I should set up to have notifications on my phone so I know when you're pooping.
And then
Ryan, you playing Gears Pop right
you
now?
just text me and be like, "Stop it!
Stop it! Stop! Get back to work!
Stop it! Get back to work! It's my off day."
Work on the pod.
Yeah, I don't know. Gears Pop, like I said, it's all right. I would like to have a crew. Like, if you guys want to play Gears Pop with
I'm
me,
good.
No.
Philip, do you?
I don't
I don't even like Gears. Yeah. PS4.
I played the first Gears and I was like,
but Gears Pop is kind of fun.
it's a mobile shit shovelware. I'm
gonna text Troy. God damn it! If Troy was here, that motherfucker would play with me.
Troy, don't you dare! Don't enable him again.
Or Malcolm.
It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Get
He
Malcolm
already
to do it. Malcolm
enabled
would
you
love
with
that.
Doom. He doesn't need to enable you with this too.
He did absolutely do that. I should check and see where that package is because I still haven't gotten that shit from Australia yet. I don't have my helmet, guys.
Are you sure it wasn't upstairs? There's a lot of boxes.
You know, I'm not actually sure. It might be in those boxes.
I mean, there's a pretty big box up there. That makes me think it would be with that.
Oh, I might check it. And it was a little damaged. It could very well
gosh.
be. Fuck. Fucking A.
What if you open it and your helmet's cracked?
I'll just cry. I gotta have another one shipped over from Australia.
They're all gone. Sorry, mate. They're all gone.
Okay, Colin, give us an update on Pavlov team.
We got ourselves a new co-captain, which is not Frilly, because Frilly sucks.
Okay. Frilly was the co-captain?
He is our captain.
Oh, okay.
He still currently is our captain, but he's not really that good. So yeah, we got this new guy. His name's Grims. Yeah, and he has his avatar is the Grim Reaper from what show is that?
Billy and Mandy?
Billy and Mandy, yeah.
Ooh,
So it's
yeah.
the Grim Reaper from Billy and Mandy. But this dude, I don't know if he doesn't
That's
have
a
a
really
life
good
or what,
cartoon.
because he asked me how long I've been playing for. I was like, only 2 or 3 months. He goes, cool, that's how long I have. I only have 50, 60 hours in Pavlov. He goes over like 250.
Jesus.
Oh my God. And then he's like scheduling practices almost every day. And he's expecting, like, let me know if you can't make it. And then I'm sitting there saying, can't make it.
Right.
Like, that makes me look bad now because in the Discord, I'm just lighting it up that I can't make it. And I'm like, I didn't plan on this every day. Like, this is like a twice a week maybe thing. Like, I can't do this every night. But he's like wanting people to get on every day and practice their shooting, their aiming, and like trying different weapons. Because that's what you have to do in like CSGO, because every gun has like different recoil patterns and stuff. So he's like, memorize recoil patterns. Like, I'm going to post the map. You guys study the map so we can get our call outs right.
Jesus.
This dude's going all out.
That's,
I mean, at least
What's
he
nice,
sounds better than the other guy.
There's one idea that, it's true. There is one idea that he brought to the table, though, that I like. Because we have like 6 people that actually like are on the team that rotate. Like, we can either do, like, because obviously you can only have 5 playing at the same time. So he came up with the idea that we have people switch out after every round. So there's 3 matches total. So after the first match, we'll have somebody switch out so the other person can play.
right.
And the person that switches out is the person that's doing worst in the lobby.
Okay.
So
all right.
that would be my captain every time. So I guess I'm fine with that.
So your captain of the team.
Our captain of the team would be swapped out. And I don't know if there's giving like, oh, he's captain. You can't, but he sucks. My bad.
Sorry, bud.
But yeah, so
So
Come back next week.
feel
The
about
plan has been working. We're winning now. Our captain's not playing anymore.
I mean, he should really just be the team leader and not necessarily
that's
like,
kind of what
like
it
a
is.
manager.
Like a captain. That's kind of what a captain is right
Yeah.
now. It's a person who has time to set up things with other teams and get everything set up, start the streams, do all that.
Right.
So there's more than just leading the team. It's actually you have to like do a lot of stuff to do it, and it's a lot of effort. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what a co-captain does too. So like the captain doesn't have all that stress on him. Mm-hmm. So I totally get it, but at the same time, it's like, dude, I can't do all this. I'm one man.
yeah.
Okay?
Play the game every day.
And there's not like a set schedule either. It's like, hey, I scheduled it Saturday. If you can make it, cool. If you're not, cool. Like, we'll get somebody else to fill you in. And it's not like I I can see it a month in advance. It's like sometimes it's like 2 days before, like, hey, we're playing Saturday at 8. Hope you can make it. I'm like, oh, great, I can't.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Like I already made plans because you guys didn't tell me what day it was going to be.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a little complicated.
Well, why don't
little
you just
tricky.
tell that guy, like, hey, man, I want to practice more, but you got to give me more of a heads up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But we're like, he even made like a Google Docs. We all put in our availability and things like that. So
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it. We'll see how it goes. It kind of just started this week.
Okay.
So
it seems
Haven't
that there's
been
a
doing it too long.
chance it could be better.
there's a chance it could be better. And he's actually a really good player. Like, don't get me wrong. But I sent Ryan this the other day. You guys know how I hate this guy named Salty.
Yeah. Salty has been brought up on the pod many
I was
times.
just chilling, watching TV, and I got this notification on my phone. Salty has joined the Discord server.
God damn it!
I don't know if he's trying to get to me or what. He didn't even try to get on the team. He just joined our Discord server. So he's just there. I don't know I don't know how I feel about it, but I did see him. He saw, like, I joined a random lobby. He saw that I was in first place on the opposite team. As soon as I saw him join, he left.
Wow. Salty's like...
Salty. To say the least.
He's
Salty
bailing.
is running like a bitch.
Yeah, so I don't know. I've never talked to this guy. What if he's like a really nice guy? But I hate
Maybe.
him. It's fine.
Yeah,
I hate
but
him.
fuck
It's a
that
girl.
guy.
Yeah,
He
I'll
could
find
be
his
a
IP
really nice guy.
address.
Yeah.
Salty is a 14-year-old girl.
I'm gonna send him a message on Discord right now, bro. 1v1 me Rust right now. Ryan, I need to borrow your VR.
Yeah. That's fine.
Got you, man.
That's fine. During the break.
During the
we'll
break,
set
yeah.
the
He
match.
No,
Immediately
good.
responds.
Yeah. Right now. You been playing anything else? Any more Pavlov or?
That's just it. Just Pavlov. Just been doing some of the practice runs. A couple new maps that we've been trying out. Trying to get. There's like a new map that somebody made that they want to have like part of the league. So we tested it out and we're letting the creator know, like, oh, hey, like we really liked it and stuff like that. But so it's kind of cool that like people that not necessarily are in leagues, but they can like create maps for people and try to have them actually use it for the competitions.
I think the coolest thing about Pavlov, since you've been talking about it on the podcast, is like the developers aren't putting a lot of this stuff together. There's no really official league. It's just fans of the game that like to play the game and are organizing this stuff. And it's really cool to see such a passionate fan base get behind a pretty good game.
Too.
Yeah.
There's like a website for it and everything. There's like even like there's like match organization bots who will like you submit what you want and the bot will post it to everybody or post it on the website. So like there's things already in place that like managing the website necessarily doesn't have to be done by anybody. You just submit it to the website of what the score was and it automatically uploads it to whatever page. So it's pretty cool. And there's this a huge Discord where like everybody's at. It's like the VR Master League like Discord, and then there's like the team Discords that you have separate from that. And then so like people can post in that Discord and say, hey, looking for a player to join, let like DM us and we'll get you on the team or something like that. Or we need somebody to fill in for this person. So there's a lot of stuff you can do there. And sometimes a lot of people just send memes, but you quickly get banned if you just start spamming stuff.
Right. That's super cool. I'm really happy to see that stuff happen. How many teams would you say there are?
Ooh, gosh. I might just be able to scroll through real quick and see. So there's like, is it 18 times 2? 36 teams. 37. Right. I think there's an odd amount. But
okay. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, for people that want to play this game competitively, like, it's a fair amount.
Yeah, and certain teams get a break, so there could be more than that, and I just didn't see it.
Right.
But yeah, they'll give you different breaks. So like this team will have an off week, and they can do like scrimmages and stuff like that, and you have to schedule the scrimmage still. Everything has to be scheduled through the match organization.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us know if you win anything badass.
Like reward? Sometimes they'll do like special challenges. Like one time they had like a deathmatch thing where it was like pistols only. And there's like 3 separate matches. And if you win first overall, you get like a $10 gift card.
That's cool.
So yeah, you can do stuff like that. Or place bets. Be like, let's do a side bet.
Time to gamble.
Whoa. Unless you guys want to bet, I can get the stream going. You guys be like, is Colin going to win or not?
There you go. There you go.
Roulette.
Are you going to do any more streams here?
You lost. I probably will start streaming it more.
There goes my $10 Walmart gift card.
Depending on how well this whole new guy goes. Because I got really pissed the other day when I was playing with him because he talks all the time. and like in the middle of the match, he'll tell somebody like, "Oh, good kill, good job," like, and he'll say it all the time and make sure that person heard him.
Yeah,
like I
hey,
like he said
me? Good kill,
he said
good
it to me
job.
one time, but I was in the middle of a match, so I didn't want to say anything back.
Yeah,
he's like, "Hey, Deadeye, good kill, good job," and then I didn't say anything back. He's like, "Hey, by the way, Deadeye, good kill." I didn't hear him. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to listen to people's footsteps and stuff. Like I can't. So I literally, in Discord, thank God there's this option, but you can literally turn down people's volume to a certain percentage.
Yeah.
So like everybody set it like, I think automatically like 70, 80%. I put him at 30. I'm like, this guy needs like
Shut
half
the fuck
of
up.
half of what you're saying doesn't matter.
Right.
Like I don't care.
I'm trying to play this fucking game.
Yeah, gosh.
If you don't shut the fuck up, I can't hear these footsteps. And I'll
Exactly.
stick my feet down your throat. Or as Duke Nukem would say, I'm going to rip off your head and shit down your neck.
Whoa.
Ah, yes, the
Ooh.
words of wisdom from Duke Nukem.
Yep.
All right, Philip,
Yes.
you played more Dragon Quest.
That I did.
We've got a
Just
few
the demo,
minutes.
or did you buy it?
No, I bought it. I even... Dude, I
You bought
said
it
that on the
last
podcast
Oh,
last week
okay.
that I bought it.
last week?
Okay, because
You were here.
I didn't know if it was still the 15 hours.
You
My
were
bad.
here.
I must have missed that
Here.
part.
So,
Zoning
yeah,
out, man.
last week we had a very long conversation about Dragon Quest. Can you tell me anything new about it?
Yeah,
this week?
I've played it a lot. So I got further, probably another 10 hours or so.
Okay.
I'm liking the story, still liking it. I'm running into a bit more of the tropes that I don't like in JRPGs, which it's one of the sub bosses show up and you beat the shit out of him, but you don't actually win.
Yeah.
He just goes down and then everybody shows up and it's like, these are the knights that I've been kicking the shit out of. Can't we just kill them and be done? Oh no, we gotta run away because like 5 knights showed up. And it's like, I fucking kill you guys in 3 seconds. What the hell?
Right.
So
right.
beat him and then you run
like he's
off.
too
and-
good
Like
at
a
the game.
forced story kind of
forced
thing.
little story
yeah.
thing. But it's like, you know that's gonna happen. And I'm like, the funny thing is the moment I beat him, I'm like, oh, here's the moment where I don't actually get to win.
Damn.
And I called it. And I'm like, I was fucking right.
And I called it.
But then they have like the story cut scenes and it was a fun moment. And then this was better because like the town, the main character's basically convinced by this one place that they're the evil one, but you're not. And then you help his son and then he comes along and it's like, oh, you guys are actually good. And then they kick all the bad guys out, which I'm like, hey, sweet. That's new. That's nice. But I'm starting to not like that the main character is not very expressive, which is the silent protagonist that usually is what happens in those games because you're supposed to put yourself in there.
Do you get to see the character?
Yes.
Okay.
You see him completely. He's semi-expressive and is involved in the cutscenes, but he doesn't say anything or do much because it's supposed to be you.
Right.
And he
right.
will talk like how Link talks because you press a button and people respond. Like literally, yeah. No, like in the games, Link is
Sorry.
not.
Like,
Hey, listen.
that's pretty good.
Ethan.
Just like Link talks.
And then it's Ganondorf.
Can I get some translation for that, please?
It's like there was, gosh, that I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but when Brawl was coming out, there was a cartoon called Brawl Taunts.
Okay.
And one of the things was Link was actually talking, and then Zelda's like, "Wait, why are you talking?" And she kicks him in the balls, and he goes, "Oh!"
That's
And
all right.
that was funny. But no,
Kicks him in the
going back to
balls.
that, like Zelda did that better to where because most of the time in the story stuff, it's very expressive in the scenes and everything around is a bit more like not many people are talking, which I like. Where it is in this, it is like 100% like anime, like very expressive characters and not like that.
You want to battle?
No,
You do not
this
trouble the
wasn't
Master
made
Shinobi.
in the 80s. This was made like 2 years
80s?
ago. Yeah, you went
Is
back
everything
to
like that
update.
made? No, that's like how it is in Sekiro. That's how they talk in Sekiro. It's not from the 80s. It's like Game of the Year last year.
They don't go, oh, this is a Sekiro.
No, that's not how I did it.
That's kind of how you did it.
You dare challenge the Master Shinobi.
You're kind of doing that thing.
I'm not into anime enough to
I'm not
know if
And
you're
it's-
doing it right or not, Colin.
But it sounds good.
Yeah, I thought it sounded good.
What I mean is that it's more stylized than some of the other silent protagonist games.
Okay.
The cutscenes are really good. Like, I'm very much enjoying the cutscenes and the characters. Everything's great. It's great. One thing I'm super surprised about is how good the lip syncing is, because sometimes it's awful. It's really good, which is great, because I'm not like, and then their mouths are still moving or they're not moving at all, which it's like, guys, get it fucking together.
Right.
Like all these fighting games, that's what I hated about Dragon Ball FighterZ. Lip syncing doesn't match. I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter. It does to me. It really does, because it's annoying,
It
to have them be like,
You ever watch a YouTube video on Bluetooth? Yeah, good luck with that.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
it's the
That's
worst.
exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. But like this is what like kind of came to me last night as I was playing is the characters are so expressive and so much is happening, and then the protagonist just doesn't do much. And I'm like, wow, I really wish he could talk. Or was a lot of people like, I just wish he was more expressive. He's like at maybe like a 25% where everyone else is at 100. So
Do you get like facial expressions?
yes, but again, 25%
Right,
compared to 100 because they're talking and it's just too little.
Yeah.
It needs more, because I'm like, I am kind of getting less engaged because I'm not caring about the protagonist, even though it's me, because he's doing nothing.
Yeah.
And it's that's the one thing that is starting to like kind of be a little bit of a negative draw.
Grind the gears.
So everyone
Pop.
else is super expressive and I love all these characters, and that's just it's too little.
Mm-hmm.
So I want more from him, and I kind of wish that he was voiced, because it's one of the games to win. It kind of was like how I felt with Far Cry 5, where I wish they talked and
Right.
they don't. Like I
Right.
liked it, and because they are like, oh yeah,
In
this
3,
is,
he does talk.
and 4.
Yeah.
In those ones, they both talk, and then in 5, it's like, oh, we'll do the silent protagonist, which doesn't quite work because people are freaking saying stuff to your face,
Right.
and you're just like,
Just see the camera shake. Yeah.
this is how they talk in Far Cry 5.
They don't.
Welcome to the protagonist. They're like, hey, that was a good victory. You did a good job.
Oh, it's an uncomfortable silence.
Exactly.
I don't like it.
Exactly. That happens too much.
I guess I'll just fire my gun because
Yeah.
that's my only agency in
Yeah.
this fucking game. Yeah, woohoo!
Yeah. So I found out like some stuff on the map that you can pull up things and it'll show you where stuff is. And I'm like, wow, I wish I'd known this. Because I was finding all this stuff I was missing, and I'm like, I'm an idiot. I should have been checking these menus. I keep forgetting all the quality of life improvements, but I'm liking the gameplay. I'm kind of changing my characters up and changing what they do to kind of...
Are we on to Far
You know,
Cry now?
No,
Oh,
this is
okay.
back
We're
to
still
Dragon
back
Quest.
to Dragon
Back to
Quest. Okay.
Far Cry was literally just saying it didn't work as a silent protagonist
Gotcha.
as much.
Still doesn't work.
Not as much.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so...
So you get companions, and your
Yes.
companions are all voiced.
Oh, they're all voiced, and they're all super expressive, and they have wildly different, really exorbitant personalities.
Now, do they go off of like JRPG tropes, or do you get some variation?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Very much. You have, like, the prim, proper, quiet lady healer.
Okay.
You have the sassy, young spellcaster lady.
Oh my god.
And like her thing, this isn't really crazy spoilers because it happens really soon, but like she and the healer are twins,
Okay.
but like her power was sapped, so she's like a child. And so she really has the sassy energy and calls everybody stupid all the time. Then you have like the kind of anti-hero-ish dude who's your thief. There's 2 more characters that I've yet to get. And then, of course, you have the very flamboyant dude who's not actually gay, but is as gay as it comes without actually being gay.
Okay.
As they always have in the JRPGs. I mean, they had it in Tales of Symphonia. There's a dude who pink costume, super flamboyant. I mean, like, he's a ladies' man, but it's like, man, you're the flamboyant boy, but you like the women.
Right.
And the moment you see him, and he's like, hey, it's everybody darlings. And he has like this kind of Spanish-ish accent, but not really.
Right.
But he's absolutely hysterical in what he does all the time. So, and he was like, is he gay? I'm like, no, it's that character trope to where they got to have the flamboyant person.
Right.
Calls everybody darling and honey and all this stuff. So yeah, the
what I call
tropes are
Ryan.
pretty heavy, but it's not bad. They pop in and it's a little like the boss thing was annoying because I'm like, come on,
Come on, kill me.
why? Exactly. I killed him and then he's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be annoying for sure.
So, yeah, and I mean, eventually, obviously, you're going to actually kill him, but not yet. Not yet.
Is this a $60 game?
Yeah, I got it for $50 though.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, a lot of games are doing that.
I've
right
been checking the sales to see if that's been on sale, and on the Switch, the like the message board or whatever that pops up, they were like,
Cheap ass gamer.
Play some. Well,
That's
I mean,
what I follow.
I meant just on the Switch itself when you log in. And the start screen is like the 3 news updates for the things that you follow. One of them said JRPGs, and I thought that meant JRPGs on sale. It did not.
No.
So I did not. Dragon Quest was in there, but I did not pick it up.
I went to Walmart and a lot of their games were at $50. I don't know if
Their brand new games are always at 50.
Well, I can't.
That's what it is. That's
I
what they
can't
do
buy.
at Walmart.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yes.
I can't buy any of those from Walmart.
What do you mean, why?
Well, they're not digital.
They're physical.
I can't buy them. I'm not fucking putting
Even on a
myself.
Switch,
I'm not putting myself through that. I own one Switch game. It's Breath of the Wild. I gave it to
I
Kennedy.
own 3. Well, you have to get an SD card if you really. I don't have an SD
I'm sure
card
he has
yet.
a large one.
256.
Yeah, Ryan's all about storage.
I got a
okay?
64 because I'm like, I don't need much. I'll get some of like the side digital ones. It's like I got with
64,
Darkest Dungeon.
You can't even.
Ryan wants to
hold a
download all the
CD
games
with
he
that.
owns.
It was on clearance for like $14, so you know, I'm not too upset at
There's
that.
a large inhale.
Okay.
And I'm using the cartridges. I'm buying physical because I like physical.
Oh, I hate it. Yuck.
Jeez.
I can't do it.
Supercut for sure. Jeez.
Did you buy Final Fantasy VII?
No.
Well, you can play it right now, man.
I don't want to. I was watching clips and when my friend beats it, I don't know if I'm gonna
bother playing it.
Yeah, I don't know because like
that?
I'm watching through stuff and like I'm still a pretty big fan of the other voice actors, and I'm still kind of bummed about that. Like when they first announced the English, they were getting the original cast.
Yeah.
And then they didn't.
I mean, should the voice actors be the reason that you play it, though?
No,
I mean,
but
I
it's
appreciate that that's a contribution, but
like, no, but to me, it's like I'm not like, oh my gosh, Final Fantasy VII.
Right.
Oh, and it's not in the style that I like the RPGs, and I wanted to play the old style.
Mm-hmm.
But I was watching stuff, and it doesn't seem that it would catch me that much as I'd thought. And I most likely will wait until there's like a collection that has all 20,000 parts.
Right, whatever the parts end up being.
Parts is, it's probably going to be 3. These assholes.
Yeah, that's what Lightning Final Fantasy 13 was.
3.
And it'll span 2 generations, so good thing it's back compat.
I mean, that's true.
For
Probably
next gen.
by the end of 2022, they'll have the full collection on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. And I'll just get it then.
I mean, you think Square Enix is capable of putting out one a year? This year, next year, and the next year? I don't think that'll happen. If fucking Final Fantasy 13 took the entire generation for 360 to come out.
They have the engine already, though.
Boy.
You think they ain't going to reuse all the assets to get it out so people will buy it?
I don't know. I mean, they had the engine for Lightning Returns, and it still took them forever.
True. The only problem is games are kind of getting to the point to when like buzz dies out after a month, almost, in some of these things. And I don't think like it's right. Final Fantasy is going to be pretty big for a month, and then next month nobody's going to care.
Yeah,
not as much.
Right.
Not as much.
I mean, it'll have fans. Everything still has.
I mean,
fans,
it's still, but it's not like the buzz is the first month,
right?
And after that, it kind of dies down. So I think they're going to try to do one a year because people are not going to want to wait long.
Well, no, people are not going to want to wait long, but I guarantee you, people will.
I mean, if they have to wait, they will.
Yeah, the longer you make people wait, the more anticipation you'll get out of those people, for sure.
I think I don't even know. Because I don't know how much of the story is in the first game. Maybe once my friend actually beats it, because he's playing it now.
Right.
He got it. And I say, hey, where is the comparison of the story? Is it half of the original game where it ends?
Right.
I mean, a lot of people have said, like, it feels really complete. It's like 50 to 60 hours to play, and they got a lot. It's good.
Yeah.
But, so that's why I'd rather wait till there's a collection and I can just play it all at once if I do. which I probably will.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't bad. But I personally have a bigger deal when it comes to voice acting. That's like a bigger thing to me, especially with characters and who has been playing them. Like, I'm still kind of pissed with like David Hayter and Snake.
Yeah.
And then they keep changing, and it's like heck, there was a huge thing with Michael Ironside in Splinter Cell.
Yep.
They changed him, and people were super pissed, and then they brought him back.
No, not Conviction. It was Blacklist. Splinter Cell Blacklist, yeah.
Yeah. And then they brought him
like
back.
A younger guy, even though it takes place later on.
Yeah,
he
and
sounded
everybody's
way
like, what?
younger. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're a 8-year-old man. Like, why are you sound
Where
like
you
you're
have
20?
freaking dude who's like, oh,
Sounds like me. Yeah, usually it's like grim, but now it's like
deepest
it's like,
ever.
hey guys, let's go bust these people. Like that's like,
which
that's what it sounds
speaking
like.
of freaking Splinter Cell, for just a second, they had I think it was Ghost Recon, but there was a mission where he's in it, and he freaking references
It's Michael Ironside.
Yeah, but he references the end of Snake. Like he has a reference, because it's really sad. Because like he goes into the mission and he's like, wasn't there another guy who does what I did? You know, wore a bandana or something like that. And he's like, oh, I heard he retired. And he's like, so it's only me. And he has this look on his face like, fuck, it's only me who's left. And everybody's like, damn, game, way to hurt us where it hurts.
Sam Fisher.
And
all right.
So yeah.
With that, we got to take a break, listeners. We'll be right back with some more shit.
I'm Kyle.
This is Steven.
Together we host a show called
Boy Meets World.
Tell them what we cover on Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
But that's not all, is it?
No.
No, we cover life experiences. Ours. Oh, son of a. All right, just check out the show, please. We really need it. Okay, we need a win. Just check us out. We talk about the show Boy Meets World. Each episode of our show, we run parallel with an episode of Boy Meets World where we will examine the show.
That's way too much.
What happens, you know, our life, how it relates to it, experiences.
I can't believe you're still recording.
I am recording this. Check it out, guys. You'll get some hilarious stories from me and Steven from our childhood. You'll get a great... I lost it.
All right, welcome back from break, everybody. Appreciate you sticking with us here. We've got another little bit of segment we like to call the News Time.
Breaking news with the Idiot Savants. Ryan, take it away.
I will take it away with the news. First bit of news comes to us from CNET. This is so fucking stupid.
I just read it again.
I hate so much about this.
Just read the title.
Okay. The title reads, phone carriers beg people to stop setting fire to 5G towers, especially at hospitals.
Especially at hospitals.
Burning hospitals?
Okay. So, as we may cover on Crazy Train of Thought, or Crazy Train of Conspiracy, Episode 3, Volume 3, people think that 5G has caused the coronavirus, and I'm not sure if we've touched on it on the podcast before.
No.
My buddy at work, Derek, he has a friend who is super into conspiracy theories, and all he does is sit around and smoke weed and watch YouTube videos about conspiracies. And this is one of them that he is fucking on.
He thinks it's true?
Yeah. I heard about this a while ago because Derek has been keeping me apprised of this situation with his dipshit friend.
Wow.
So, and then every time I see anything about it, I always send it to Derek. Like, send this to your stupid friend. Fuel on the fire. Fuel on the fire.
What if it's like the arsonists are just lying and it's the same people, they just came over from Australia to set America on fire and they're like, hey, we have a cover.
I want to give these people some credit thoing, because like back in the day we didn't know X-rays cause cancer, but now we do. So
we do. And I'm not saying that 5G isn't potentially bad for you. My mom wouldn't buy a 5G router because she told me it caused cancer. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. Fucking everything causes cancer.
Doesn't matter. You're going to get cancer.
There's no more cancer than what's in your phone right now. But that's no reason to set this fucking shit on fire. So it says here, Vodafone CEO Nick Jeffries says arsonists, spurred by false coronavirus conspiracy theories, are preventing people from saying goodbye to loved ones.
You know,
So it's actually a pretty big bummer.
Some
That is the
people
way they
just
put
want to
that.
watch the world burn.
Yes. Thank you.
My cocaine.
Your cocaine? What?
My cocaine.
My cocaine.
My cocaine.
My cocaine.
So, 5G phone masts across the UK and several other European nations have been subject to arson attacks in recent weeks due to the circulation of scientifically unsound conspiracy theories linking the spread of coronavirus to telecoms equipment. In a LinkedIn post on Tuesday, Vodafone CEO Nick Jeffries said that 20 of the company's UK-based 5G masts had been victims of arson attacks. 20. One of the masts serves as the NHS Nightingale in Birmingham, which is one of the field hospitals set up to treat the COVID-19 patients. Not only are the arson attacks damaging national infrastructure, they are also preventing isolated patients from keeping in touch with their loved ones and even stopping those who are dying from saying a final goodbye. He pleaded with the arsonist to stop and think. Imagine, this is a quote, imagine if it were your mom or dad, your gran or granddad, in hospital, he said. Imagine not being able to see or hear them one last time, all because you've swallowed a dangerous lie.
Well, that's the problem. He told them to stop and think.
Is it a lie?
That is a pretty good quote. You swallowed a dangerous lie.
Part 3 of Crazy Train of Conspiracy.
Oh, not yet.
Brought to you by Ryan Wolf.
We're
Take it
gonna
away,
do
Ryan.
it. Oh my God.
This is Ryan's conspiracy. He believes this.
And I may cover this in a future episode.
I don't think we
listeners.
should, unless it ends up being right. 10
Can't
years
give
from
it,
now.
Can't give it more
5G
credence.
is causing people to have coronavirus.
Can
or
you,
cancer.
Can you do my segment in that voice, please?
Yeah.
Okay. So they are going to fix these things that people have burned down.
Really? They're going to fix them?
Yeah, they're going to fix them, it says here.
Make them out of metal, how about?
Make the people fix them that have them that did it. You're going to take this metal. You're going to put it on there.
Put them
How
in
hard
prison.
is it to build a
They'll
cell
just put
tower?
it on their
though?
head.
How hard
You're
is
not
that?
getting to me.
How hard is it to build a cell tower? All you're doing is connecting wires to boost the signal.
So what
That's all it
these
is.
are actually like, because 5G is such a shortwave signal, you have to
you
have
have
many
multiple.
of
Yeah,
them in
I
a
forgot
very
about that.
short area, and it doesn't go through walls very well. So that's
So
why they
5G
have
sucks.
this is a mast, is what the article calls it, but it's basically like a satellite tower on the side of a building. So very similar to like a DirecTV tower that you would have in your backyard.
It's not the 5G, it's my fucking Comcast dish. Stop burning my roof.
Yeah, just brand them Comcast.
So is China the first people to have 5G? Is that where this all started?
That's not true either.
We have the 5G back.
I think it would have been like US, UK, something. I don't think China would have been like
China
we invented
was
5G.
not the first company to have it, and Wuhan was not the first place to get it either.
Yeah.
So those are all
Of all places,
proven
Wuhan.
disproved. Jesus Christ!
I mean, they have the
I
umbrella
just feel
logo.
bad for the people that like need this. Like
Yeah,
you fucking
it's-
assholes, stop it! You're insane.
I committed arson at the age of 10.
Did you?
I did.
Was it on an ant pile?
It was an abandoned house. and
What?
This person had.
I'm gonna cut that out. Jesus Christ!
Hey, wait. Yeah, when I was 10, one of our old neighbors moved out, like abandoned their house. And so
you were
yeah,
like, I'm gonna
they
set that shit on
they
fire?
had a
I
bunch-
miss my
dude, I was
bestie?
10 years old. They had a bunch of gasoline in the backyard just sitting there.
Then you're like,
So
man,
10-year-old me is
you
like,
know what'd be fun?
I know what gasoline
Fire.
does, so I just poured gasoline over the yard by the woods. And I was with my brother, and I lit the yard on fire.
Which
and then
brother?
while my brother was like trying to start another fire in another area, I poured gasoline on that fire, lit him on fire.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I lit Phil on fire. Yeah, for a couple seconds, he was able to put it out. But yeah, at 10 years old, I lit my brother on fire and committed arson.
Are you telling me that you're the guy? You went over to the UK,
Yes.
poured gasoline.
I was 10 when it happened.
Petrol, sorry,
Don't
petrol.
ask me.
Over there, it's petrol.
5G was a thing when I was 10.
Set my brother
Cool.
on fire, had to drink a 2-liter
Yeah,
Mountain Dew.
I thought he was a tower. I mistook him
For a 5G tower.
I don't know how to word that.
You won't infect me, you son bitch. Then you lit him on fire.
I did.
All aboard the 5G train.
That was a fun time in my life.
Fucking A.
I was trying to get into a gang. I
Your
was
life
kidding.
will never
That'd
be
have been
more
intense.
fun than that. I promise
Committing
you,
arson
Colin.
at 10 years old. I
That
tell that
was
story
the
all the time.
highlight.
Hey, You heard it here, folks, but also you didn't hear it here. So
You know, I mean, I committed arson all the time as I was a kid, but it just was controlled. It was a bonfire, you
That's
know?
not arson, then.
Yeah.
Arson is an illegal
It's
activity.
controlled arson.
It's an illegal activity. And this was not controlled. This was, I'm going to pour gasoline over this yard by the woods. Pretty sure there's like,
called
the
being
fire was
stupid.
5 feet
All right,
away
we're
from
moving
lighting the
on.
whole forest on fire.
We're
Like,
moving on from arsonist activity. And
Colin the
are-
arsonist.
Colin.
So I'm going to be next week.
Okay,
I'm an
fine.
arsonist.
I burned my brother.
This is the next bit of news here. It comes to us from GameSpot. New Saints Row still in development at Volition.
Yes!
According to Deep Silver, has cleared up some confusion over the new Saints Row game in the works following the announcements of a remastered version of Saints Row 3. So we've known for months here that, this article directly, we've known for months that some form of Saints Row, presumably Saints Row 5, was in development. But now there was an announcement earlier, I think this was actually late last week, of a remastered version of 3, left some fans wondering if we would get a Saints Row 5
So they thought
or
that
whatever.
might have been the same thing. Like
Right.
the Saints Row 3
Right.
was that announcement.
So Deep Silver, the game's publisher, and I think they own Volition as well, and the Saints Row IP, came out and said that they... Let's see, do we have an exact quote here? In response to a fan expressing some disappointment about the remaster, the official Saints Row Twitter account explained that Volition is hard at work on a new Saints Row game, while the Saints Row 3 remaster is coming from another studio. That suggests that plans to unveil the new Volition game are still on. Volition has developed all of the Saints Row games thus far. So, I fucking love Saints Row 3. It is one of my favorite games ever, and it is off the wall stupid with bullshit.
Dang, that remaster looks good.
And
It
it looks
does.
good. We've
It
got
does look
a
really good.
short trailer here playing from the GameSpot
Wow.
website.
That lighting, at least.
I mean, I'm comparing
Yeah.
it to GTA 5 graphics going on. Like, it looks a lot better.
Yeah, GTA 5 is not a great looking game.
It looks a lot better, but it's not as good. But I don't know. These are very comparable. But I never played the third one. I only played the fourth one.
So
Like, not GTA.
the
Saints Row.
third one, the third one might be a step down in terms of craziness because the fourth one gets so fucking
Yeah,
bonkers.
you literally have superpowers.
Right.
Like, that's so awesome.
But I think even with Saints Row the third being a little bit more grounded, I am getting this remake, and it's already back compat. Like, I could play it now.
Dude, awesome.
But I do want the remastered version. That looks super awesome. I am very excited for this. Do we have a date for the remaster?
No, I think
Here,
it just says in the works still. Like, it doesn't, I don't think it has a release.
But
But it is coming to all platforms.
Coming to all platforms.
As they always
Switch.
do, yeah.
Set for release. Set for release on May 22nd. So for the remastered version, we do have a date.
Oh, the remastered. I thought you were talking about 5.
No.
Yeah, 5 is in the works.
No date for 5. Remastered version of 3 coming on May 22nd.
It's coming up in about a month, yeah.
My buddy Andrew texted me and was like, hey, are there any games that I should play that maybe aren't that expensive that are like
Saints Row 3.
revolution? Like, I should play this. Like, what would you recommend for this last generation of games that I play? And I put Saints Row 3 and 4 on that list.
I have 4 on my PC. I just
Oh my
downloaded
God,
it again because I really want to play
so
it.
fucking good.
Because I never beat it. I got so
Yeah.
close to beating it, I just never have, so I want to play it again.
I did beat it. I beat them all. I beat 1 through 4, but I didn't beat the DLC for 4. So
Okay.
maybe I'll jump into the DLC for 4 after I do the run through the remastered version one more time. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. Saints Row, one of my favorite franchises ever. Since Grand Theft Auto took a more serious route, Saints Row was like, this is up my alley.
Yeah,
this is,
exactly. It's
This is the
chaos
kind of
and-
stupid and chaos that I am looking
yeah,
for.
GTA went right and Saints Row went left.
Yeah.
GTA
Way
made
left.
you want to feel like more like BA, but Saints Row was just like, I just want you guys to dick around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more sandboxy.
Yeah, for sure. A lot more sandboxy than GTA, which GTA can be with all the mods and stuff you can
Right.
do. Like the online they
Even
have.
the online stuff.
Yeah, you can
for
get
sure.
pretty sandboxy with that, and it's kind of goofy. Like they just added the rocket bike thing. They didn't just add it, but it's been around. Like people literally flying around on motorcycles that fly through the sky, and they shoot you with rockets, and you can't see them.
Great.
So you load
That's
it, load up a GTA 5 online lobby. If you guys haven't in a long time, go ahead and do it. I guarantee you'll die within the first 10 seconds of playing the game. So I'm gonna fly by one of those things, shoot you. You don't know where you got blown up from.
That's sweet.
Yep.
Cool.
Not cool.
No.
Yeah, I stopped playing it after that.
All right. Phil, you have any experience with the Saints Row?
Yeah, I played 2 for a good chunk, and then I played a lot of 3.
Cool.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
But I think I played 3 on, was it PS3 then?
Yeah. That was the last gen game, and then
Yeah, Saints Row 4 is still last
4 was
gen.
split gen.
It was?
They released a version of 4 already on next gen. So
I thought it was way older than that. I played it on PS3 when it first came out.
Gotcha. Yeah. I had it. I bought the 360 version for 4 because they had the Game of the Generation edition on clearance on Amazon. So I have my Johnny Gat statue and the case that spins around and glows purple. And yeah, it's so fucking cool.
I just went around beating everybody with the dildo bat.
And that's a pretty good weapon, as it turns out.
Pretty good. That's a dubstep gun.
Yep, the dubstep gun. Yep. Fuck, Saints Row is so good. All right, let's move on. So, Phil, you had mentioned that Saints Row will not be coming to Nintendo Switch, but we got some Switch news here. This comes to us from CNET. Nintendo Switch is getting an update here pretty soon, and I wanted to talk about this because it doesn't really make sense. So we're getting an update that is going to allow Joy-Con button mapping and SD card downloads specifically. So instead of storing them by default on the game's internal memory, you can download games straight to your SD drive, which
I thought you could.
like
download them digitally. Okay.
Now, you can already download them digitally, and they already store on your SD drive, so I'm not really sure why you would want to just store them by default.
I know that they're talking about another thing is letting you transfer things. I think they might have worded it weird, but because you can't transfer it from the system to the SD, you have to re-download it.
Yeah, it says another change is the option to transfer downloadable software and update data from the SD card to the Switch's internal memory.
Okay.
What can't be moved over is saved game data and certain update files.
So those still have to live on the Switch.
Mm-hmm. So, like, you can't have a Switch, have all your stuff technically on the SD, so you're playing the game on the SD card, remove that, put it in your friend's Switch, and then just play the same.
Then start over.
Yeah, start over. You'd have to start over when the saved game
So
wouldn't
that's
carry over.
good. I love when your memory card doesn't actually act like a memory card. That's awesome. Fuck, we could do that on the original Xbox. They had memory cards where you could do
Well, this isn't a memory card. This is their portable hard drive, but it still has to be in the system. I mean, you can't just pull the hard drive out of a console and stick it in another one and be fine.
You actually can do that.
Can, yeah.
Yeah, it works. I can take I can take my hard drive from my Xbox over there, put it upstairs, and then it'll work upstairs.
On that I remember that on the original 360, like the white 360. You
I guess
could
it would depend upon how it's set up.
And you could put it into somebody else's Xbox.
Your account on Halo.
And there it was. Yeah. So they've been doing that for a while. I understand that is not how it functions on the Switch, but it's absolutely fucking possible for it to function like that.
I don't understand why. Yeah. But button mapping, that's kind of cool, I guess.
So my big thing is like, all right, allow me to button map so that will make my gameplay experience slightly better.
Like if you're used to playing
I can
Xbox,
change I can change the down button to be A instead of B.
Exactly.
And those are the ones that I want to switch, A, X, and Y.
I mean, I get it. That's a classic Nintendo thing. It's like that on all their consoles, like the DS, everything.
Correct.
But like you said, if you're more prone to playing other consoles first, I would totally understand that because I will switch from my Xbox, go to play Switch, and then I'll be like, "What the fuck?
I'm playing it wrong." Yeah,
playing it wrong.
Yep.
Why do I keep pressing fucking back?
I'm selecting things, and then I'm like,
especially typing stuff into the store when I'm trying to search for a thing.
You keep pressing back, and you're like, "Yeah."
I'm at the main menu again. I guess I'll start over. Good thing I didn't want to buy that.
Because like the top button is for your space, but it's the side button. And then the bottom button's for your A, but no, it's your back button.
Yep.
Exactly.
So the remapping is going to be cool, and I think that is a step in the right direction. So you can remap the Joy-Cons, the Pro Controller, and the Switch Lite, which doesn't have removable Joy-Cons. So up to 5 configurations, it says here, can be saved internally. So that's even forward thinking on Nintendo's part, because you wouldn't think that you'd be able to like have your own profile. Like now Rachel could have her own profile on my Switch should she want to map her own buttons.
And it could also be used for certain games. Because like,
True. Yeah.
I was playing Attack on Titan, and on the PS version that I had played, you could remap all the buttons you want.
Right.
And I changed the button to shoot out the little grapple things to the trigger instead of a button.
Nice.
You can't do that on the Switch. You can't change any of the controls. So you could be like, oh, I want this setup for Attack on Titan where it switches this to that.
I think now all of the systems have system level button mapping. Is that correct?
I know the PlayStation does.
So the Xbox and the Switch do. So sweet. Good. I hope that's a thing that just goes forward. Like, let me change.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Let me change whatever buttons I want to fucking play with. Like,
Give us
why
more
is that
buttons
even a thing?
too. Give us on the back 2 click buttons.
Yeah, we know, Philip.
2 clickers.
Your bare hands need more buttons.
Hey, I mean, I just think it'd be good.
It would be good. You're totally right.
We've had the same amount of buttons for a long time now.
I think we're ready.
I think we're
ready.
ready for 2 back buttons.
Unless you have a 4-year-old whose hands can't reach those back buttons. What do you do then, Phil?
You throw them out.
Okay, yeah. You shouldn't have a 4-year-old anyways.
No,
Like,
you shouldn't have a
playing your
4-year-old who can't
consoles.
play the right console.
adopt them
They
when they're
can't click-
10.
You know,
That's when the Kinect was a good thing because they didn't have to have a controller on them. You could just do it.
That's true.
Yeah.
or also with
Kung
the
Fu
4-year-old,
Live.
why do you care? Just give them the controller that's not plugged in.
Dude, did you guys ever play Kung Fu Live? Kinect, PlayStation I had
Oh,
it. Had it on
gosh.
PlayStation I.
I tried it out.
But
That
what it
sucked.
does, I actually had really fun with it. But basically what it is, it's like it's a platform fighter, but
Okay.
it literally captures you. Like, so when you punch, in real life, it'll show you punching on the screen. It'll put you like on the platform, like you're basically Mario in this situation. So if you want to punch somebody, you have to punch in real life. So it'll map you out, like green screen map you into the game.
Wow.
And you would fight. And I had so much fun with it because like you'd use like real life objects that it would like map.
No
so like
way.
one time we had like a baseball bat. I don't know. You don't have to use a baseball. You can use a pillow or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it'll extend with your body.
I mean,
can,
you
like,
should use
hit
a baseball
people.
bat, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like you're swinging it in your living
That
room.
makes me think of way back on the PlayStation with the iToy.
That's what I
think
just
is
said.
it was.
That's what I played on PlayStation I.
No, like the iToy on PS2.
Oh,
There was this game, and it had all those mini games like it. And there was one Kung Fu one where, like, I think it might have showed you a little bit. The camera obviously was shit because it was the
Yeah.
PS2. But that was super fun because you could do the Kung Fu moves. But I did play that. It just didn't work very
I
well.
loved it. I had a lot of fun with it. It's a stupid game, but I want them to bring it back.
So, moving on from Kung Fu games real quick. I have one more thing to say about this Switch update.
Yeah.
Fuck the way the Switch is set up. Why do you give me button mapping before you give me the ability to properly scroll through games that I fucking own?
Folders.
There's no folders.
Yep.
There's no setup
Yeah.
like the 3DS. Is
lot
a
of people
really
have said
good
that.
setup. Like, I love that.
The first
It's
comment was like,
customizable.
they're never giving us folders.
It's customizable. You can drag and drop them wherever you want them on that main screen.
Yeah.
You can have them be bigger. You can have them be smaller. You can show the titles. You can not show the titles. You can just have the icons. You can theme the fucking thing. Oh,
is pretty
man.
dumb.
And I
Yeah.
realized that 3DS...
Scroll.
Click the
scroll.
box. Okay, now I gotta scroll the other direction. Fuck. So,
Yeah, you accidentally click off the screen.
Yeah.
You gotta come in.
So I realized that the 3DS was a more evolved platform than the Switch is, and it took them a while to
did.
get to that because they started with the DS, then they went to DSi, and then, kind of did incremental steps to get to the point. Because when I bought a 3DS, it was a fully mature platform, and it was really good. But it did not start that way.
Did you get the new 3DS?
No.
Yeah, the newer ones are better. They're
way better.
XL and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I had an XL, yeah.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
literally called new 3DS.
No, I did not. Mine
there's
was
new
the
2DS.
Mine
Yeah.
was the generation before that.
That one's so much
just
better.
one
Like
step
I've
before
played
that.
both of them, and that new 3DS was so much better.
Yeah.
It was insane how much faster it was.
They had the original 2DS, which was just one thing, like didn't fold or anything. It was just like, it looked like a Wii U, for example.
Right.
But then they had the new 2DS, which my friend actually gave me one because he's like, hey, I want to play Pokemon. I was
Right.
like, cool, free 2DS, cool. But it was
Nice.
It was a new XL 2DS that actually flips.
It's
It's like
clamshell.
it's just like the normal 3DS,
3DS, but no 3D.
But no 3D, yeah, which was nice because I didn't use the 3D all that
No.
often because
I mean, it
hurt.
works
It gives
way
you a
better than it
headache,
should,
you know?
but
The reason that I got the 3DS when I had one is you could get a thing that was called a Mugen battery pack. And if you got it, you could play for like about 16 hours.
Nice.
Yeah. And it just was on that one. It made the bottom huge, but it actually was better to hold. Because you literally take off the bottom and put in a battery pack that like slides into the slot, and then it has this huge chunk that's like 6 times as big as the other battery. The battery's tiny. In the 3DS, it was tiny.
Yeah.
And then this thing's huge, and then I'm like, oh, sweet, I recharge. And it would, I mean, I played it for days before having to charge it. It was insane.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I want that for Switch. Just give me a big old chunky back.
They have a couple of different styles on Amazon for expandable
they're
batteries.
like battery cases.
I have one that just attaches to the device itself.
Isn't it a case though? Like you don't, you like open the back, remove the old battery,
Absolutely
and put in
not.
a new one.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. I want that.
That's kind of...
Oh,
That's what they had for the 3DS, where it would literally give you a bigger...
that seems like
case.
it would void your warranty.
Oh no. I mean, I bought a pre-owned...
The Switch is not made for that. Like, it's just not.
I know. I'm just saying, like, with the 3DS, like, I bought it pre-owned, and then I got that battery pack, and it was awesome.
Right.
Because it was a well-known and well-used, and people loved it. And again, it was $100, and it made the DS playtime like 15 plus hours.
Yeah, that's cool.
Instead of 3.
I mean, devices need bigger batteries, and I don't know that companies are going to figure that out yet. Nobody wants to buy a fucking iPhone and then buy a charging case so that the battery lasts the rest of the day.
Also, not to
Fucking
mention,
stupid.
it'll only do that once, and then you're only using the charge case, and then the battery just never works again. Because those cases kill your batteries, too.
Noted.
Don't use the charge case.
All right. Next bit of news. This might be our last bit of news, depending on how much time we have. This comes to us from Windows Central. The ESRB and PEGI are adding loot box warnings for games with loot boxes.
Yay.
So, Finally.
Hey, don't you mean surprise mechanics?
Oh,
Yes.
I hate this.
Surprise mechanics. So this was published yesterday, this article was. So the... let's see.
Prominent issue since Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I mean, I would argue that it was an issue before that.
It was.
So,
Well,
yeah,
it became a prominent
what
issue.
Phil is mentioning here, Windows Central always gives you a rundown if you don't want to read the whole article. So it says loot boxes have become a prominent issue since Star Wars Battlefront 2 debacle.
That just made me laugh.
The Pan-European Game Union, or PEGI, added warnings a while ago. Imagine that. And the American ESRB will add similar warnings soon. So basically what this says is where it denotes what kind of like content is in the game. It pretty much just says, this game contains like randomized items that you need to pay for. Let me see if I can get the exact quote.
And the EA's games
Okay,
will
this
say
is
this
the
contains
one-
surprise mechanics.
So this is the one for PEGI 18. It says in-game purchases. This is the warning, and it is a hand holding a credit card.
Yep.
So
That's scary.
yep,
I like that.
I like it too. It's pretty like self-explanatory. But the problem with using that terminology in-game purchases does not necessarily denote the fact that it has loot boxes. So just because it has in-game purchases doesn't mean it has loot boxes, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the
want,
credit card is a good thing, but it needs to say
I would want a
loot
warning
boxes.
for both. Like, for instance, The Witcher has in-game purchases. You can buy DLC for that game, but it doesn't have predatory loot boxes. So it shouldn't get the warning.
That's not in-game purchase, though. That's like you go into a store and get DLC. That's not really an in-game purchase.
No,
buy
you can
in-game,
purchase it
though,
from from the game's menu.
Mm-hmm.
That's more like in-game purchase would be more like if I go, like I'm in the game and I open up a little menu and I pay actual money and get this thing.
I respectfully disagree. Like Rock Band. Rock Band's song store is an in-game purchase.
Yeah. It's not a loot box. Rocksmith the real life version.
I mean, you
like, I do
still
that.
have to
They
go through a
just stopped
menu.
making
That's more like
DLC there.
DLC. Not I don't think that's an in-game purchase. That seems more like because you still go to their shop type thing, and it's like you usually purchase those. It's like on the store. That's a DLC you get as extra. An in-game purchase to me seems more like a small cosmetic item or a boost or like a weapon or
Well, that
these
would be
loot
a
boxes.
microtransaction.
Yeah.
So I think we need to make the distinction between
Yeah,
those
I think
three.
In-game purchase sounds. I mean, to me, in-game purchases always seemed like it's more geared as a microtransaction, not a DLC extra. I wouldn't consider The Witcher to have in-game. That's because that seems more negative than them just having DLCs you can get.
Well, that's why, like, of those three connotations, microtransaction, loot box, and in-game purchases is the nicest one of those.
That's true.
It is the one with the least connotations behind it as for predatory tactics.
So we need better labeling. Like
I would
in-game
say we need
purchases
better labeling and better distinctions as to what those purchases can be.
So in-game purchases would be a statement of, hey, this has DLC. You can get it for any kind of reason. Microtransactions, it's got the bullshit. And then loot boxes, it's got the real bullshit.
So this game contains microtransactions, and under that, in like subtext,
watch your
it's
fucking
got,
kid.
It's got the bullshit.
Under microtransactions, it's like loot boxes, which are basically like randomized microtransactions.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're paying for. You're just getting the
This
loot
game
box.
contains paid
Instead of paying for what you want, it just
Yeah, you don't pay for what you want.
shits on you.
You gamble.
You gamble.
You might get some corn chunks in there. You don't know.
Oh. There might be that diamond where you get the football player you want.
But it might not.
No, you might get the soccer player instead.
I remember old school loot boxes though, in like stores and stuff. You know, the little like the next to the gumball machine. There was that little one with the little toys inside. Yeah, that's a loot box.
Hey, that was
Cracker
a quarter.
Jack, technically a loot box. Cracker Jack's pretty good,
card
but it's
games.
also a loot box.
I love that they want to say that it's the same as card games. It's like, no, you get a physical thing, not just a digital thing that can go away.
So we've got a quote here from the managing director, Simon Little of PEGI. He says, purchase offers, and he's speaking exactly about the in-game
What they are
purchases.
considering in-game
The
purchases
in-game
to
purchases, yeah. So he says, purchase offers within games has become a broad phenomenon, and it is necessary to provide the same level of consumer information on both physical and digital releases. Considering that physical releases are an important part of the market, this was an important gap to fill for a parent who may not be fully familiar with the video game landscape. Seeing the simple descriptor on the packaging of a game they consider buying should trigger the reflex of keeping an eye on the gameplay once the game has been purchased and given to the child. It's basic information, and that's what parents sometimes feel they are lacking.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, you get a cheat. Let's say it's like a $30 game. They expect that they bought like the full game. They thought that's like all the content. And the kid's like, well, no, you got to buy this. I'm like, why do I have to make a second purchase?
Right.
For the game that I already bought you. So
it
I
also
get that.
feels like they're kind of trying to half-ass it per se. Because remember,
I
like
would agree.
when people were like, we want a loot box warning, and they're like, guys, we've had the same labels for 30 years. We're not going to change it. And they're like,
They're
fucking change
perfect. They're fucking perfect.
You guys are fucking idiots. 30
Yeah.
years? Yeah, don't change something over 30 years.
Right. Now, my question would be, this article doesn't say this, but when the ESRB implements this into their system, do we get some sort of, like, does a game with in-game purchases, quote unquote,
Now, is that
or whatever theirs ends up
what
being?
they're saying seems to be leaning towards microtransactions and loot boxes.
I think this is kind of their ploy to get away from in-game purchases. I kind of feel that way because maybe this will be a tactic, because obviously the games that are labeled this will most likely get less sales because of these labels. I'm not saying that like 100% will. I'm not saying we'll see a dramatic difference, but there'll be a difference.
Well,
for
that's
sure.
kind of my question. Does a game, like, say, what's an example? Like
FIFA?
Game Collection 5 or, 5, like this bullshit game has loot boxes that you can pay for, let's say, and it was rated E for everyone, but now it has in-game purchases. does that bump it up to a different
To a
rating?
different
Is it
rating.
automatically rated teen if it has in-game purchases?
Did they say that?
No, this is me talking to you
think
guys.
so
What do you think
necessarily,
about that?
Unless the parent, like, it's kind of up to the parent though, because like it can't just immediately. I don't know though, because obviously it's the parent's credit card information that you actually have to put in the game or on the console that the child is playing on.
Right.
So that's a difficult question because some of them you can do like an automatic thing. You have to put in a PIN.
Right.
But some
right.
kids can just use the cards without having that because their parents never put a.
And sometimes,
that
like,
in
let's
there,
say the parent put the card on the console and just so that they could get their own stuff.
Yeah.
And you can just go straight through the game and just boop, boop, boop. Oh, I spent
Exactly.
$3,000. I got the
And that's what
player I
happens.
wanted. Yeah.
That's what happens. I don't think it's necessarily should change like the rating of the game because I guarantee parents, even if it's teen or E, I feel like those are very interchangeable. until
Maybe
it's
they
time.
don't even bother to look at that kind of thing.
Maybe
So
not.
I think there's 5. There's E for everyone. There's E10.
Yep.
E10, yeah. But you don't see it often anymore.
Right. And then teen, mature, and adult only. So there's
There's a couple more little things thrown throughout, but those are the main ones.
Okay.
I know there's others, but I can't
I only
picture
see
them.
a lot of
so,
like
yeah.
M and teen or E.
Yeah.
there's
Let's
some
have
that
loot boxes be rated
those are
M,
really it.
and then they'll get rid of them.
That's what I'm saying. Make the
think that
loot
should
boxes
happen?
rated M. So we've got a direct quote from the ESRB here from, this is gamesindustry.biz. They said here, feedback from players tells us that according to research, parents are far more concerned with their child's ability to spend real money in games than the fact that those in-game purchases may be randomized. The group said, this data helped to inform the introduction of the in-game purchases interactive element, that is the official title of the logo. That being said, since adding the in-game purchases notice to ratings assigned to physical games, many game consumers and enthusiasts, not necessarily parents, have reached out to us asking the ESRB to include additional information to identify games that include randomized purchases.
So they want
Yes,
it to be like
please.
more like
Thank you.
loot box, yeah.
Fucking thank you.
It's like, hey,
jackasses.
ESRB, we know you guys are trying to half-ass it.
Yep.
No.
God damn.
They're like, well, parents are saying they only care about in-game purchases, not the randomized. Fuck off with that.
I agree. Fuck off with that. Fuck
you are,
off.
You are,
ESRB.
you know,
ESRB.
you're just giving us the bull, but we know behind it's the shit.
Wow.
I like that.
I like that one too.
All right. I think we're going to end on that, Philip. We got to get out of here. All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. This has been Crazy Train of Thought episode, whatever the fuck we're on. I've been your host, Ryan Wolf. Joining me today, Philip. Philip was here.
Freaking Colin Giffy.
Freaking Colin Giffy was here. Thank you, gentlemen. You guys doing anything? You want to plug anything?
I'm trying to stream and I'm bad at it.
Okay.
Ocean's Vegetable. I'll
Noted.
get there some point.
Stay tuned to my Pavlov streams. I should start doing that. Deadeye 54123 on Twitch.
And
Sweet.
Gotcha.
beware of standing behind any bulls.
Yes. You may just get shit on.
Exactly.
A little
No,
bit.
you will. There's no maybe. You will.
get shit on.
If that bull's name is Activision or EA.
If you guys like this or didn't like this, let us know. You can hit us up on Twitter at the Idiot
Yes.
Savants, the Idiot Savants at Outlook.com. Instagram, if you want to do that, email, whatever. We'll take
Feedback.
all
anything.
forms of feedback, communication. All right. See ya.
Peace out.
That's all, folks.
Somebody liked my penis?
No, Colin. I didn't like when you showed me your penis.
I did, but I'm not allowed to say it.
Finish him!